Hello, and we're back with round 3 of the competitive league with Hardened Scales. Let's see what our opening hand looks like. It's fairly weak opening hand. I think I am going to mulligan. This doesn't have much going for it. Doesn't really have a turn 1 play, doesn't have anything powerful, doesn't have a Scales. I think we're going to mulligan it. This hand looks a lot better. Has a turn 1 Hardened Scales into turn 2 Hanger Back into turn 3 Recombiner. I am going to sadly have to ditch Welding Jar, I think, just keeping the consistency of our lands, as well as the Recombiner using its ability to refill up. Makes me want to keep the rest of the spells. So we're going to lead off with the turn 1 Hardened Scales. We don't know what our opponent's playing. They seemed to keep 7 cards while we mulligan to 6. But I do feel like our hand is going to be very powerful against a lot of the plays that our opponents can make here. Let's see. Ooh, playing some sort of snow. Ooh, it looks like they're playing the Feldar Guardian combo deck of some sort. Saheeli Rise entered the hand. So let's lead on the Hagerback Walker here. And then we can use the Scrapyard Recombiner to go get... we can use it to go get a lot of Walking Ballistas to interact with our opponent well on thin ice. Oof, that's rough. But, nonetheless, that wasn't hitting our Scrapyard Recombiner, so I can't be too sad there. I'm going to lead on this. There's no reason to play out our Mox Opal just yet. It isn't activatable to cast our Arcbound Worker, due to the fact that we lost the Hangerback Walker. So it looks like our opponent's going to cast Saheeli here, off of the Oath of Nissa effect. Oh, Teferi Time Raveler. That is really, really unfortunate. Opponent seems to be having all the plays to stop whatever we're doing right now. I am going to play out the Scrapyard Recombiner again. I still feel like it's very powerful here. Next turn we can use it plus some other artifact to go get Walking Ballista to take down the effects that our opponent has to interact with us. It's great that he doesn't have Feldar Guardian here yet, because if he did, he could then reset the Teferi, and then we'd be in a very, very poor position. They could... Oof. That's really, really unfortunate. They had the double on thin ice, plus a lot of interaction for us. So what are we going to do here? We're going to do this. I think... this is very interesting. Should we just Ancient Stirrings trying to find Walking Ballista to interact with the combo? I think we should. Yes, I think we should here. And there we have it. We found the Walking Ballista. So we can lead on this, play it out, and now they can't just get a Feldar Guardian out and kill us. They need to have another piece of interaction for this, and as well as the Feldar Guardian. I guess they could flicker a On Thin Ice, but if they do that before plussing the Saheeli Rai, I can use both the counters from my Walking Ballista to take out the Saheeli Rai. Looks like they're not going to do that. And we ended up not dying here yet. They didn't plus their Teferi, which is nice for us. Oh, no, they found out to do it. And we'll see what we can find up here. So we've got Arcbound Worker, Arcbound Ravager. What should we do here? I think activating this is a good start. A lot of things that we can be doing here. Think we what should we do here? If we activate or if we attack with Walking Ballista, all at Nicaris, put some counters onto the Ballista, we could just kill him here if he doesn't have any interaction, but I find that hard to believe. So I think we're going to attack Teferi here with both of these to make it so he cannot activate it again for next turn. And then he needs to have some piece of interaction if he would like to stop us, at least this turn. Icefang Quaddle. Going to sacrifice here and put the counters onto the Walking Ballista. Yes, and then I'm going to shoot down the Quaddle. Let's see what they end up drawing here. Nothing, and we get to take out the Teferi Time Raveler, which is nice. Makes it so they can't use Sorceries on our turn, as well as making it so they can't bounce our Ballista or Arcbound Ravager for next turn. And now if he ever taps out, we can get 6, 8, 8 plus 9, 13 counters onto our Walking Ballista, which should be lethal over an attack step. We'll see, they ended up putting bottom with the Saheeli Rise. That's nice for us. Let's see what else they end up having here. Blood Moon. I believe our Darksteel Citadel is still an artifact, so we're fine with Blood Moon. So, what can we do now here? This makes it so they have to have double removal spell of some sort. We can also play out the Scrapyard Recombiner, which is not a bad idea for us to develop. We can attack them, see what they do. Don't do anything, I'll sack here, sacrifice here, put them down to sacrifice here as well, just put the counters onto the Ballista. And they should be dead from this point. Yep, this is 18 damage clean and simple. And they seem to be dead. So we picked up game 1 here. I thought we were in a pretty bad spot with the Saheeli and the double On Thin Ice along with the Teferi, but we ended up pulling it out. I like Dismember here. Stops the combo a bit. I do also like Nature's Claim as well. I wonder, let me read how On Thin Ice works. Wonder if it works like an Oblivion Ring or a Banishing Light type of effect. On Thin Ice leaves the battlefield before it's triggered ability. The target creature won't be exiled. Okay, so this makes Nature's Claim even better for us, I feel like. What do we want here? Steel Overseer I think is fine, actually. Animation Module. Welding Jars. They're playing so many colors, I wonder what type of interaction that they're packing. I feel like maybe we could cut a Hangerback Walker due to the fact they have On Thin Ice in their deck. Maybe some amount of Welding Jars, if that's their removal spells of choice. We could probably cut a Throne of Geth. We're cutting at least some amount of Hangerback Walkers. Maybe we are supposed to cut the Steel Overseers and just use animation modules plus Scrapyard Recombiners as our way to interact and like grind out a game rather than using Steel Overseer. So I think I'm going to go with something like this. I'm very inexperienced in this matchup as I've only played it before once with a different deck, so I'm just kind of guessing at what to do. This hand seems like particularly great. We have the Scales, we have Arcbound Ravagers, we have a Ballista for interaction. Couldn't really ask for much more rather than like a Dismember, maybe one more land to be able to smoothly curve out. Okay, they found Saheeli Rai of Oath of Nissa once more. Okay, we can lead on our Hardened Scales and pass the turn. We've been very fortunate having a lot of turn 1 Hardened Scales this league, but, you know, that's the deck. We get a mulligan a lot for it now with the London Mulligan. I've not played the deck nearly as much with the London Mulligan as I have with the previous Mulligan system, and it possibly makes the deck significantly better. Rest in Peace is a... I did not play out the Darksteel Citadel there, which was a bit of a misstep by me. There, I didn't see that I drew it. If I would have played it out rather than the Inkmoth Nexus, then I could have played out an Arcbound Worker here as well. So that was slightly unfortunate. If they don't have another land here, I'm definitely slamming the Ballista and using it to ping out this Birds of Paradise. Okay, so we have a couple more spells here. So it looks like they don't have another land, so I'm going to play out this Walking Ballista as well as the Scrapyard Recombiner. I'm going to shoot this Birds of Paradise as they're stuck on 2 lands right now, and I don't want them to be able to cast Saheeli Rai, plus find some more lands and be able to continue what they are trying to do. Another Birds of Paradise, that's fine. Now I'm just going to slam another Ballista, use it to shoot down this Birds of Paradise, put down an Arcbound Worker. I think I'm actually fine just getting the beatdown going here, the Scrapyard Recombiner even. It's unfortunate if they have some sort of Wrath effect, but I don't believe that they will. We can't use our Arcbound Ravager with the Rest in Peace out to combo kill with the Walking Ballista. Somewhat unfortunate. Let's see what they go after here. Go after this. We'll shoot this Knight of Autumn, and then we'll shoot them. Pass the turn. That's not the worst draw imaginable. We do get to activate here. Do this. I believe we're just going to continue to just attack very aggressively, even though we could be going to get another Walking Ballista with the Scrapyard Recombiner. Just putting them dead seems like a better proposition right now. Sometimes a 3-3 for 3 is exactly what you need. Icefang Quaddle, main phase, trying to find a land of some sort. This makes me think that they have a Path to Exile, so I am going to use the Recombiner to sacrifice one of my artifacts, one of the lands, to find a Walking Ballista. And that should line us up for lethal now, especially being able to leave up Pendelhaven for an extra point of damage. This should be a 4/4, shoot down the Icefang Quaddle, attack with here. Even if he has a Path to Exile, we still have 3 points of damage past it with the Walking Ballistas to kill our opponent. Let's do this. Pendelhaven here. And we should have lethal here, I believe, even through a Path to Exile. I will shoot you for 1. And yep, they've given up. So it's a pretty quick now 3-0, 6-0 in this league. We have played against some interesting decks. We haven't played against Hogak, Humans, Tron, or any of the necessarily top tier decks, but you know, it's Modern. Not guaranteed to play against necessarily the cream of the crop, and sometimes even the decks that aren't necessarily tier 1 are a little bit of a struggle for you. But we've had a good fortune luck with a lot of Hardened Scales draws, and we'll see if we can keep it going. 3-0, 6-0 now. See if we can do just as well into the next league. I'll see you there.